Hi there, it's Matt the Vinyl Minimalist. Just a few days ago I got back to Hamburg from my vacation in France, and guess what I brought back to Hamburg from Paris? Well, of course, it's records. It's an sheerly unbelievable number of records. It's just 5 records. Which is a lot. Really, it's a lot for me. I don't really know how to cope with all of them. I want to listen to all of them, and at the same time, I've got the impression that I cannot get deep enough into the music. Well, why I bought 5 of them then? Because they're great, I guess so. Well, so what happened was that I went to Paris. My wife's family is from Paris, so just visiting family. I went to Paris and I wanted to buy new issues of records by the Sam label. This is one of them. This is the second one. And I'm innocent. If it was for me only, I would have never bought these records. It's the vinyl community. So there's a channel that I appreciate a lot, made by Michael, or should I say Michael, and the name of the channel is 45 RPM Audiophile, and he is very different from my channel, and at the same time I like his channel a lot, because he's got a different view. He is a real audiophile, and he really wants to get the best sounding issues of an album, and he, for example, claims that he really does not care about the original issue. And that's very interesting, because he says what matters is the original master tape. So if you get a better copy of an album from the original master tape than the original issue, then it's a better album. And it's not really wrong. I don't like new albums. I prefer old ones. But what he says is not wrong. So I don't know what to do, and he suggested the Sam label, doing beautiful issues, beautiful records, and I wanted to buy the two of them, the one that I just showed you, and so I was in Paris, and Sam is a French label. I guess they're even based in Paris. So I didn't have a lot of time. I wanted to make sure that the record store I go into will have these Sam records, and they did. And they did have many other records. So that record store is absolutely amazing. It's called Paris Jazz Corner, and they only have jazz and blues and a little bit of I guess funk or soul or something like that. So if you're into jazz, especially if you're into 1950s and 1960s classic jazz period, they have an unbelievable selection. I talked to the owner, and he told me that some clients of theirs even claim that they have the very best jazz record selection in the world, which I'm not sure I believe, because I can't imagine that you don't have record shops that have better selection in New York, where you have all these blue notes and all that stuff. But yeah, in any case, it's really amazing. If you are in Paris and if you are a jazz fan, you have to go to the Paris Jazz Corner. It's in the 5th arrondissement, and it's just amazing. It just to look through the records, it's really great. So actually, I've been there twice. First, I bought these 2 records, the Sam reissues. By the way, I was talking about Michael's channel. I put the link to his channel down underneath my video. If you don't know his channel, it's really good. So I bought these 2 first, and on the first day I also found an album that I was actually looking for, Jimmy Smith, Home Cooking. And this is almost an original. It's not an original, it's the first reissue. It's on New York label. It's still a plastilite. issue with the ear in the dead wax, and it's in a really good shape, especially the sleeve. The sleeve is really near mint. Okay, it's not, it's got some things here, but whatever. I'll talk about that in a separate video, yeah. But the sleeve really, at the front at least, it looks like a modern reissue. It's so very well preserved. Even the white, it's not yellowed, it's still white. Amazing to see stuff like that. I'm quite happy about this one. And then on the second day I returned back and I got two more. The Conversation, which is the soundtrack to the film The Conversation. Beautiful music, fantastic film, amazing. And then I got some Art Farmer and Benny Golson, the jazz Ted. What I like about this album, you've got Graken Monker, who plays trombone on this album. I kind of like Graken Monker because he's weird. He's different from all the other jazzmen. And what's also nice about this album, you've got this signature of Art Farmer at the back, which is nice, of course. So having 5 new LPs is quite the challenge to me, because I really have the impression that I don't have enough time to listen to all of them. Because usually, if you get one record, it's great. You've got the time to listen to the records, to read the liner notes, all that stuff. You spend several days with this record and it's great. If you get 2 of them, it's okay. If I get 3 new records, I'm getting into difficulties, because I've got the impression, okay, I have to process this new music and all the liner notes and look up things on Wikipedia about the musicians and all that stuff. And 3, that's a lot of work, and 4 is too much, and 5 is way too much. But being in that amazing place, again, Paris Jazz Corner, absolutely love the store, and they even had 20% off of everything for a few weeks, and I was there in the 20% off period, so actually I could consider myself glad to have only bought 5 records. Yeah, amazing place. And okay, there is one downside to it, which is that they do not have a record player where you can listen to the records. They have the central record player, so they play music in the store. If you ask them, they will play a record for you, but there's just the central record player playing the music in the store. Other than that, it's very good. If you're in Paris, be sure, if you're a jazz fan, of course, be sure to visit the Paris Jazz Corner. Okay, back in Hamburg, glad to be back here, and I'm up to some new videos, so see you soon. Bye bye.